Shri Ramlal Prabhuji Maharaj. His Holiness Ramlal Prabhuji Maharaj had taken this body form in Amritsar, Punjab in the year 1888 to Srimati Bhagwanti and Shri Gandharam. Prabhuji was a Siddha Yogi since his birth. He is the master of Ashta Siddhis, radiant light of yoga knowledge, source of salvation for mortal beings, master of masters, and is immortal. Prabhuji had existed in this body form for 51 years. He is capable of having multiple bodies at the same time. He is believed to exist in his second body form in Nepal Himalayas, and few people have seen him even now. Prabhuji displayed his divinity since his childhood days. Prabhuji's mother saw him as Lord Vishnu during his birth. He took this body form to re-establish the lost knowledge of yoga in the present age. Prabhuji left his house at a very young age to study Ayurveda and yoga in Kashi. He learnt under the tutelage of renowned saints and yogis. In 1905 his father got him married to Srimati Subhadra Devi so that he gets back into the material world. But Prabhuji was a detached person and continued his yoga practice in his house. Prabhuji studied in a place called Kurukshetra in Haryana under the guidance of Pandit Balaraj. During his education period, once Prabhuji surprised a businessman by telling him correctly his past, present and predicting his future. 11 kilometers away from Rishikesh is a place called Brahmapuri where Prabhuji stayed. The place was a dense forest with wild animals during that time. Great yogis Hiragiri and Kripalanandji stayed with him and received Prabhuji's blessings to reach heights in their yoga practice. Prabhuji also stayed in Vashishtha cave during that time. Prabhuji used to cure people of various ailments by giving them his blessings and petals of flowers. He also sometimes used to give them a small packet of medicine which was same for any kind of ailment. Prabhuji also transformed many yogis who wavered from the right path. In 1911 the famous Siddha Gufa cave was built by villagers for Prabhuji to stay inside and remain in the state of samadhi without disturbance whenever he wanted. Prabhuji blessed the sand of the cave, and even today this sand, when applied on the forehead or eaten with devotion, cures the most difficult ailments and fulfills wishes of thousands of people. At Rishikesh he set up the famous Raja Yoga Sadhana Ashram. There was a temple in Muradabad where a child was practicing yoga. Prabhuji awakened his Kundalini Shakti and blessed him with the mastery of Khecheri. Prabhuji travelled from Jaspur to Ayodhya where he met an Avbhutani named Sulabha who was crying on meeting fake saints in her life. Prabhuji took pity on her and initiated her in the higher levels of yoga, and she had darshan of Lord Krishna. Hariram is one among many disciples trained by Prabhuji. He was a youth in a village and was attacked by the headman's goons with bamboo sticks. Hariram fought bravely and beat up those goons, breaking their bones in the event. Prabhuji was happy at this brave man and called him and asked him lovingly if Hariram is a generous man too. Hariram answered in the affirmative and told Prabhuji to ask from him whatever he wanted and he would promise to give him. Prabhuji asked him his head, to which Hariram agreed, but he asked for a day's time so that he can donate everything he had. Hariram came the next day with a sword, and the moment he was about to cut his head, Prabhuji held his hand and broke the sword. Prabhuji instantly blessed him to become a conqueror of all the elements of nature, Tatva Vijay, and Hariram went into the Samadhi state for the next 8 days. After he had practiced Samadhi many times, Prabhuji took Hariram, now Hariharanandji, along to serve him and then directed him to stay on the hills of Sheshgiri to practice his Samadhi. He stays on those hills and gets up from Samadhi once in every 3 months. Yet another disciple is Ramrati Devi. On Jamuniaghar, situated on the borders of the states Bihar and Bengal, a Kshatriya father and a son were waiting with a dagger in their hand for the daughter Ramrati whom they wanted to murder. Prabhuji, while passing by, noticed them and understanding their intentions with his omniscience powers, asked them the reason for their anger and sadness. They explained to Prabhuji how Ramrati had brought disgrace to the family with her illicit relationships with many people. Prabhuji then asked the father-son duo if he can suggest a solution whereby they don't have to kill Ramrati since she will become a transformed woman. It seemed impossible for the father and son, but by then Ramrati was seen coming towards them intoxicated with liquor and few bad men around her. When Prabhuji asked why she indulges in such wrong acts, she replied that she enjoys them. Prabhuji asked if she would want to do something that is more pleasurable than what she presently does. She replied that there cannot be anything more pleasurable than what she indulges in, but if there is anything better she would definitely want to do that. Prabhuji asked her to sit in Siddhasana posture and instantly made her experience the depths and bliss of Samadhi. Prabhuji declared that Ramrati will henceforth be called a Devi, saint, and whoever serves her will be blessed and their wishes fulfilled. Another disciple, Lal Babaji, was once bitten by a snake and felt that he is now about to die. So he closed the doors of his room, sat in meditation and chanted a Sanskrit shlok which means that, "O Lord, please take me in your arms as I am now leaving my body." On chanting this, he felt Prabhuji's hand on his head and felt his divine grace that took him into deep Samadhi state for the next 41 days without food, water or even change of posture. Lal Baba is still very much alive and a living proof of Prabhuji's grace. 8 miles away from Amritsar at a place called Guru Ke Batale, Prabhuji appeared in front of his relative and asked him to go to Amritsar and tell all the disciples that he has gone to Nepal Himalayas and they should not worry about him. This relative, named Mr. Dulichan, then had lunch with Prabhuji and left for Amritsar to inform Prabhuji's relatives of his message. On reaching Amritsar, he was shocked to see Prabhuji's dead. This was a proof that Prabhuji is a Siddha Yogi and can form or leave any body at his will. He has since then been seen by many disciples to this day. Some people saw him in the Prabhuji's body form while some saw him in different forms. Prabhuji has also been seen in mediation or in real life by many disciples who have reached a high level in their practice. Some people also have visions of Prabhuji even today and they seem to be possessed by him. Their voice changes and their speech becomes the speech of Prabhuji. Even though they are unaware of scriptures or technical terms of yoga or anything about Ayurveda or astrology, they talk about the depths of these subjects and guide disciples listening. He throws light with his torch to human beings who are seeking their path and then turns away, without them knowing who their guide was. Such Siddha Yogi who has everything does not desire any publicity, name or any material benefits. They only seek deserving devotees who are in search of truth and help them through the means they deserve. There is no end to the stories of Prabhuji's compassion, miracles and blessings. The human mind can comprehend only as much as it can understand within the limited resources it has. There are innumerable incidents of grace that have been showered on known and unknown people whose lives have become divine and blessed.